Steno Wale Babu welcomes you. Shorthand dictations in male and female voice from all sources like magazines, speeches, and editorials at various speeds up to 120 WPM for various departments like SSC, DSSB, CRPF, Delhi Police, etc. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.
Exercise number 25. This stand of the second set of defendants was not accepted by the trial court and the first appellate court. The trial court sustained the plaintiff's case primarily on the ground that the sale deed through which legal representatives of M. Gowda staked their claim over the property was not genuine. The trial court found that the original defendant number 2, that is M. Gowda, as a purchaser was not present at the time of execution of the sale deed before the sub-registrar, and on that count the aforesaid finding was rendered. Otherwise, the execution of the deed in favor of M. Gowda as claimed was prior in point of time. The trial court proceeded on the basis that the sale deed through which the plaintiff claimed to be the owner of the property was valid. We find from the judgment of the trial court that the plaintiff had proved the sale deed in course of the trial. The claim of cancellation of the allotment of the suit property in favor of M. Gowda's predecessor and subsequent allotment in favor of M. Gowda was not believed by trial court and the first appellate court. The second set of defendants were unsuccessful before the first appellate court. The first appellate court on the whole accepted the reasoning of the trial court. In the appeal filed by the legal representatives of M. Gowda under section 100 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908, the High Court found the sale deed dated 21st April 1981 to be valid, relying on sections 32, 34 and 36 of the Registration Act 1908, read with Rule 41 and 71, Karnataka Registration Rule 1965. The High Court observed and held a combined reading of the above sections of the Registration Act and the rules mentioned above makes it clear that the presence of the purchaser is not required when the document is presented for registration before the sub-registrar. The trial court has failed to take note of the aforesaid provision of law of the Registration Act and has erred in holding that of law of merely because the defendant was not present, the sale deed in his favor cannot be taken as valid in law. The said conclusion reached is contrary to the above mentioned provisions of the Registration Act and the rules thereof. Once the sale deed in favor of the defendant is held to be valid in law and the said deed exhibit D number 1 being executed earlier in point of time by the vendor M. Gowda, the question of the said vendor M. Gowda retaining any interest in the suit property will not arise, and as such he could not have once again sold the very same property on a later date in favor of the plaintiff. Therefore, the substantial question of law raised is answered in the negative. On the question of possession of the suit property asserted by the second set of defendants, however, the High Court held. Coming to the possession aspect of the case, though the learned counsel for the appellants referred to the evidence of DW4 to submit that the plaintiff was thrown out of the suit property by the police and the panchayat members, yet the evidence of the said witness will have to be assessed in the light of the other evidence on record, and more particularly the evidence of the plaintiff himself. The plaintiff, in the course of his evidence, has denied all the suggestions put to him and has reiterated that he has been in possession of the suit property for a very long time and right from the agreement of sale. Considering the overall evidence placed on record, the trial court has held that the possession has been with as plaintiff, and the lower appellate court also concurred with the trial court. As such, the said finding being a concurrent finding of fact of the courts below, and also not appearing to be either a perverse finding or a finding based on no evidence, in so far as the conclusion reached by the trial court as regards the plaintiff being in possession of the suit property is concerned, the said finding requires no interference. So far as the provisions of Registration Act 1908 is concerned, the law requires presentation of the document to be registered at the proper registration office. The plaintiff has not disputed that the vendor or seller, that is M. Gowda, had executed the document, and we do not find any doubt expressed over his presence before the registering authority. No case has been made out either that the deed of conveyance carried any collateral obligation on the part of the purchaser, in this case being M. Gowda. The plaintiff has not made out a case of acquiring title under the principle of part performance as incorporated in section 53A of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. No pleading to that effect in the plaint has been made out. Thank you.